here in this room. This morning we're going to have a meditation with Khenpo Karze, and prior to that he'll be giving us a teaching about how to prepare for that meditation. It's a very hot day today, so stay hydrated and cool. You wander the property a little later. So thank you very much for being here, and we'll get started. Oh, and just one other thing. Khenpo is staying here in residence under the invitation of Jesma Akalama, who is our resident teacher, founder of KPC. So I want to just thank you all for being here and enjoy this morning's class.
Sanji Juda Soji Chonan, Chunjo Bando Dani Josi, Dagi Jiso, Jibi Sonan Chindola, and you Sanji Rubasho, Sanji Juda Soji Chonan, Chunjo Bando Dani Josi, Dagi Jiso, Jibi Sonan. Chola Benji Sanji Rubasho, Sanji Juda Soji Chonan, Chunjo Bando Dani Josi, Dagi Jiso, Jibi Sonan, Jindola Benji Sanji Rubasho, Sanji Tanji, Yawadan Devi Judan, Dimba Chuchi, Donada Donhaji, Judan Jawachi. Dunga maybe the water water major Juji, Chadan, Travel on your never Juji, the water, the video, the Juji, Donhaji, Judan Jawachi. Dunga maybe the water major Juji, Chadan, Travel on your never Juji, the water, the video, the Juji, Donhaji, Judan Jawachi. Dunga maybe the water major Juji, Nirin Chadan, the travel on your Chimbola, never Juji, Kanki Tenjin, Joan, Gabame, Jimmy, Chebame, Tame. One of the women, Tade, the Mendin, Matrimani, should have a little Sanji Manage. Tamba de la Chance of Maji to Jim Benjamin, Lions, it was right to Tenchi, Bella Bella. Emmanuel Shalaso, oh yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Sunday class. I think last few Sunday we are talking about how to train our mind. Yeah, and how to generate the bodhicitta. Main purpose of this teaching, how to generate bodhicitta. So before that, the causes of developing bodhicitta, which is gave the mind training. I mean, this is mostly we call 7-point mind training. Then I think we already talked about maybe 4 of them. Yeah, we already finished. Is it? Yeah. Recognize all mother sentient beings as a mother, and recognize their kindness, and then repay the gratitude, and then great love. So today I think 5th, which is we call compassion. Not just a compassion, when we talk about at this point, so we can say a great compassion, which is very different than the ordinary compassion. So, so this compassion, great compassion, is actually so the main purpose or main focus on uh, suffering actually, and the causes of suffering. Once we recognize all mother beings are suffering and the causes of suffering, then um, we can uh, feel or yeah we can feel a sense of uh, uh, willing to do um, eliminate those suffering and the causes of suffering. So it is the desire to free all beings from suffering and causes of suffering. Then Dunha Masi Dunha Julie Tagulas Dunha Julie Yung Base. Okay, not only the suffering but also freedom from the causes of suffering. Since suffering comes from causes, which is actually our own negative actions or negative thoughts, yeah, and negative emotions. Once we build or once we, carry those negative thoughts, then um, due to that, we accumulate many karmas, which are main causes of actually suffering. So those 10 non-virtues and other negative activities, those are the main causes of suffering. So we must understand that in order to eliminate suffering, we must eliminate the causes of suffering. So when we recognize what is the suffering and what is the causes of suffering, then we should stop doing uh, uh, bad karma or stop thinking negative thoughts or negative conception. So we call namdo. Mhm. Um, so this is very a realistic view. The great love and great compassion is not just a feeling towards all beings or all mother sentient beings are suffering and uh, sympathy. So they are added by an understanding of the causes and consequences of behaviors. So there are many ways in which great compassion uh, differs from ordinary compassion. When we talk about ordinary compassion, then I think all sentient beings have that kind of compassion towards those who are close to you and those who are like our own parents and friend and brother and sisters. When they are in suffering, then we can generate compassion, towards all those who are close to you. But that is not enough, when we talk about the great compassion, because great compassion's object of observation is more than that, actually. So we need to develop that kind of that we can say big mind or what? I don't know. Yeah, because when we talk about general compassion, it's considered like small-minded. Mm. So when we talk about great compassion, then we need really, really big mind, which can um, observe the all sentient beings suffering. Actually, yeah. So this is not a compassion or reserved for a few living beings. So it's a compassion that is equally focused on all living beings, all sentient beings who are, suffering. Uh, Especially, nowadays, so many, countries are going on war, and then people are really suffering due to that. So we can see in front of our eyes. So we can just think about that, you know. Then, of course, we can see so many different kind of, sufferings which all sentient beings are, suffering. So some are like, like um, so each and different realms and different kind of sufferings. So, but normally when we talk about suffering, then we consider uh, three suffering kind of, you know. So, Ninji Chenpo Ni, Changpa Chenpo Ta. So great compassion is like great love. It is the desire to protect each being with compassion and care, just as the mother of consequences, just as the mother of the consciousnesses of seeing all beings as one son. Mm. Then every living being is actually ignorant and mixed with ignorance. It is the desire to escape from the suffering of the aggregate, what we call pumbo actually, that is being born again and again. So therefore, when we generating the great compassion, then we should focus on every living being, because want to liberate from samsara, not only the liberate from hell realms, then achieve something, heaven, or achieve something human beings. So no matter those who are born in human realms or heaven, but still you are, in the, ocean of suffering. So when we generating the great compassion, we should focus on all the living beings or all the sentient beings, want to liberate from samsara or free from all kind of samsaric suffering, different suffering. I mean, so therefore, this desire is not just a desire to escape the suffering of all being and or suffering and suffering of change and all kind of suffering. Um, yeah. So which do not, which I mean, sometimes we feel the so um, three lower realms actually are more suffering than the high realms. So most of people want to uh, be born in heaven actually, or human being, you know, But when you're born in heaven or human beings, you are still in samsara, so you are still feeling those different kind of sufferings, like suffering of change, which is already how to say considered as suffering. So great compassion is actually not a desire to be to free being from suffering and to be born in heaven actually. So this is based on a firm belief that all beings can escape the suffering of universe or suffering of uh, all the actually realms or samsara. So we can say that it's not just a good wish, and it's not just pretense pretend. I mean, yeah. So Ninji is Eugene Jung. The compassion has often been defined as an emotion that is similar to empathy, 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 empathy. Yeah. So this is a strong determination or desire to escape consciousness, is the tendency to focus on one's suffering and the causes of it, and to want to get rid of it. So based on our determination to escape our own suffering and the causes of suffering, so then we can develop the ability to understand the feeling of other beings. So it's a strong desire to escape one's own suffering and to change one's attitude towards other sentient beings or the living beings. So there is suffering just as we pray for ourselves to turn away from the causes of suffering and to get rid of them. So we must do the same for other sentient beings, what we are doing our own kasavata. When we suffering from, illness or suffering from uh, yeah, different kind of, then we just trying to escape or trying to eliminate. So like, similar that way, then we can generate or develop our compassion towards all the living beings. So there is a saying that has always existed. It's not that it is difficult to understand the feeling of others and to develop genuine, compassion until we think about our own, suffering and want to get rid of it. Then we need to know that we must recognize that as much as suffering afflicts us, so do other living beings. So this understanding depends on the first acknowledgement that suffering is actually harming you and others. Otherwise, that we would not take the suffering of other living beings so seriously. Yeah, we must remember that our grateful mother always has the desire to be free from suffering and happy. If we start with our own, mother and father and brother and sisters, then this practice we can call real or, genuine or great compassion. if we have that sense of mind, yeah, then when we're doing this meditation about great compassion, so we have to focus on our own suffering. Then similar like that way, we can um, concentrate our mind to other living beings who are suffering, so from the different kind of sufferings. So from that, uh, so wishing or want to eliminate all different kind of suffering. So then meditate on that kind of mind or that kind of thought. So your own mind concentrate on that. Just think about other living beings, badly, suffering from the war, from the sickness, different, conflicts actually. Yeah, because we don't want suffering in the same way we want, happy and healthy. So, like that way, we can generate our great compassion towards all the living beings, not only thinking about yourself, If we think about our own, then that is actually we don't consider as as a Mahayana practice, But first, we need to recognize uh, our own suffering like that. Then other living beings are all same, They are also, like me. They are also in a suffering. So then that mind or that practice you can develop and more. Then once we get habit on that, then it's easy to think about other living beings are suffering. So then through that, then we can develop genuine or great, or sometimes we call pure heart or genuine compassion, towards all the living beings, not only, yourself or not only your family, so all the living beings. So at this point, we need to focus on uh, suffering and causes of suffering. Of course, sometimes we recognize suffering, but we don't know what is the causes of those suffering, So then Buddha and those great masters are already taught, any sufferings are bring, because there is causes, So we accumulate on, because those sufferings causes, we accumulate by self through the body, mind, speech, actually. So that's why I call it very important to know those 10 known virtues, I think. Yeah. So after we recognize what is the causes of suffering, then we have to take a commitment, from now, I'm not doing, those known virtues which can affect or which can bring unhappy or maybe unpeace you and to society. So through that, then meditate on that few moments, So just think about the suffering, different kind of suffering, which we can concentrate on that. Then willing to just eliminate those suffering, not only by yourself, and all the living beings are suffering. Okay. No, no, you take a break. Then what is the main cause of suffering actually? What we call mostly, we say three poisons, There's many poisons actually. Buddha taught 84,000, what we call, teaching. So there's 84,000 negative thoughts, negative emotions. Each and every negative thought, there is nimbo, antidote. But main cause is three poisons, Yeah. So due to that, then we accumulate many bad karma, then bring up those different suffering. You're born in a different realms, then you feel different suffering. Yeah. So main cause is three poisons. Okay. So if we want really eliminate those three poisons, then like ignorance. If you want eliminate the ignorance, then we need to learn about Dharma and understand what is the meaning of those teachings, or what Buddha taught, or what our root teachers taught to us actually. So understand the meaning of the teachings. That is the main antidote for eliminate ignorance actually. Yeah, once we understood the meaning of Dharma or meaning of teaching, then yeah, you have you can kind of custody we can call wisdom. Yeah, bring up your wisdom actually. Yeah. So through that, then you can eliminate the ignorance, Yeah. Then the kasa, the cha, shedan. The cha is a desire, and then shedan is hatred or angry, or shedan. Maybe hatred. Yeah. Yeah. If we practice on love and compassion, yeah, then you can eliminate those two actually, hatred and desire. But this desire is not desire the free from suffering actually. This desire is kind of not satisfied. Yeah, satisfactory. Yeah, desire to our own aggregate, desire to like a house, dress, a car. So those are the desire which actually bring a lot of suffering actually. Yeah. Because to get a car or to get a new house is not easy. So we need to lot of put effort, you know. We need to pay lots of money. So to get those money is not easy, to get. So we need to work day and night. Those are the actually suffering. Making money or making whatever. It's a suffering actually. But most of ordinary people are thinking, having lots of money or having just a good car or house, and thinking it's a happiness. But that is different, happiness, which is we worldly happiness, we can call that one. But here, I mean, when you are practicing Dharma, then we don't focus on worldly happiness, you know. We have to focus on long-lasting happiness, which is actually to achieve Buddhahood, you know. That is the main purpose of practicing or Dharma or whatever we call, whether it's Hinayana practicing or Mahayana practicing, Dharma, which means there's something purpose, eliminate negative thought, then to achieve something, yeah, which is, yeah, the one is we say the neka dribu, which means temporary result. Okay, one is permanent result. Yeah. So any practice, I think, we can achieve both result. But here we are saying we are, practicing of Mahayana or Vajrayana. Then we don't need to focus on temporary result, temporary happiness. We have to focus on, long-lasting happiness, which is to achieve Buddhahood, not only by yourself. So all the mother sentient being, one day, to achieve the Buddhahood, to get the I think we can say last resort. I don't know. Yeah, end of resort or last resort. I don't know how to be. Yeah, but that is Buddhahood, Yeah. So yeah, any kind of actually practice something meaning. I mean, yeah, whether it's uh, as you are doing a meditation, or you are doing offering things, or you are serve to others, you know, or you are offering like things or donate, whatever, you know. Each and every practice have something meaning, Yeah. So yeah, so in this way, we can practice and make it habit. Yeah. Once we get habit, then it's easy to do, any kind of things actually. Before I think maybe nobody thought, the aeroplanes are flying in the sky. Maybe nobody think about that, you know. But some engineering,
Engineer.
engineer, yeah, they can say make it happen actually. So I mean, human brain is actually lots of capacity, to do things actually. Then some are used in a bad way, some are used in a good way. That is the how to say different. Yeah, whether you want it, use it good way, or whether you want use it bad way. If you are using it bad, a good way, then lots of benefit, not only the yourself, to the society. So always, we need to think about benefit for others by good way. I mean, not only in the bad way. So yeah, so trying to Kase, keep going. Yeah, sometimes it's because difficult, when we face something difficulties, then most of, I think, ordinary people, give up. Really. So it's for ordinary people, I think, sometimes it's really, really hard to keep going, Yeah. But when we talk about talking in Dharma way, then we can't actually stop, keep going. I mean, yeah, and need more effort, you know. Same like I think when you go in the school or college, if you want a good grade, then you need, give more effort. You need put more effort than other people are. Then I think if you put more effort, then a result is, will come out a good result, better than others, because you put, effort more than others. Similar like that, So our practice also need, effort. Yeah. Especially, those we are saying Mahayana or Vajrayana practitioners. Yeah. we need to put more effort than other religions are, you know? Yeah, of course, any religions, it's good for society. Yeah, we can't actually say this is good or this is bad. But we are here, investigate on our own religion, not for other religions. Yeah, so then, yeah, we need to learn. Then through that we can, eliminate all three poisons. I mean, then, yeah, one day when result come up positive. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's difficult actually. Yeah, if we say that I'm Kasa Mahayana practitioner, then yeah, we need to think, all the living beings. We need, Kasa taking care or love or compassion to all the living beings. So it's not easy. Of course, we can taking care by yourself or love by yourself. That is easy. But yeah, taking care others, then it's a little bit challenge. Not only you are taking care your family and friends. We are taking care all the living beings, even those in the enemy. Yeah. So, but of course, we can try and make it, as a happen. Oh yeah. Questions? If you have a question, then yeah.
Khenpo, I'm still a bit stuck from the beginning about compassion and great compassion. First and foremost, we know here that we interpret bodhicitta to mean compassion. And bodhicitta, I'm just beginning to learn, is really not the way we understand compassion in English. I think bodhicitta has something to do with enlightenment. So then I'm thinking, okay, if it's enlightenment, then what is the Chenpo? What is the big compassion? Is that big enlightenment? So I'm a little bit stuck with that from the beginning.
No, yeah. When we talk about the compassion and love, these two we put actually sometimes great love or great compassion. Yeah, that means the love, just a normal love, a normal compassion, which normal love, normal compassion, we all have that compassion or love, because every sentient beings, they love their own kids. That is just a normal love or normal compassion. Then we talk about the great love or great compassion, then your observation is different actually. Object, normal love object, just I mean your parents or your friend or your sister, that's it. Beyond that, he or she cannot focus on. When a great compassion or great love, then your object is all the living being. You know? Yeah, like that. Then, yeah, it's a little bit different. A little bit different. Not a little bit. Yeah, it's a big difference. Yeah. Yeah, like those bodhisattvas had love, compassion, and what we have, love, compassion, between those, a big difference. Yeah.
So what, the way I understand it then, great compassion is really about practicing equanimity.
Yeah.
Which is how big
Yeah.
we've been teaching about equanimity. It's about treating every single being equally.
Yeah. Now, I will say here, what is the great compassion? This is not a compassion reserved for a few living beings. It is a compassion that is equally focused on all living beings or all sentient beings. Yeah. So like that, love and compassion both are same. Yeah.
I have a couple of questions, sorry. First of all, just to share with you, I met a woman and she was Vietnamese, and I was wearing my robes, and I asked her, she spoke to me, and I asked her if she was a Buddhist, and she looked at me and she said, "No, it's too difficult. I'm a Christian." And I thought, yeah, it is a lot harder. Since I come from the Christian background, coming into the Buddhist, it is a lot harder. So I just wanted to kind of share that piece of it. The other thing is, I struggle a lot with these 84,000 teachings, and that we have antidotes for each one of those. Part of me wants a list of the 84,000 and the antidote, so I can just look it up and say, oh, yeah, I was being prideful there when I grabbed that apple from that other person. I thought I deserved it. And then what's the antidote for that? Or, I did a lot of different things, and, we've got the generalized antidote for ignorance and desire and hatred, but these little tiny ones we don't have the antidotes for. So I just wanted to see if there's any place that we could look any of those. So that's it today.
Yeah, of course. Each and every action or each and every negative thought, there is actually antidote, but sometimes it's difficult to recognize, what is the real antidote of this action. I mean, because we have many, conceptual. Yeah. Like when we consider just briefly, we explanation what is the 84,000 Buddha's teaching. Okay, we have the ignorance conception, yeah, maybe which means 21,000. Yeah. Our conceptual, some are related with ignorance, conceptual thought. So ignorance, conceptual thought are 21,000. Then hatred, conceptual thought, 21,000. Then desire, conceptual thoughts 21,000, then 3 are equally thought in 21,000, which is comes, 84,000 thoughts.
No, but all three together is another 20,000.
Yeah. So each has 21, then 3 are equally 21,000. That comes to then 84,000. So according to that, then antidote also have different antidote, like 84,000, So of course have antidote, but sometimes lot strong ignorance, we can't recognize which antidote is for which. Yeah. So they say the chagi tokwa, shedangi tok. In Tibetan, the chagi tokwa, which means conceptual thoughts of desire. The chagi tokwa. And then shedangi tokwa, conceptual thoughts of hatred, like that. The Varsity, Arya Deva, no, Inye, the Abhidhamma composer, we call Lopen Inye, the Lopen Inye. Yeah, his name is actually Inye. Yeah, so he teach in Abhidhamma actually. Yeah, okay. We have different, conceptual thoughts. According to that, we have antidote, different antidote. So could be more than that. So why we are talking about 84,000 is just a briefly. Yeah, could be more than that. Have thoughts. Then there is more than that antidote too. Yeah. So like that. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
That's why learning is very important, because we can't recognize why we have a very strong ignorance. Once we can eliminate ignorance, then arise a great wisdom from yeah.
Okay, can I do one more?
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Kevin. The one that I want to know is about contemplation and meditation. So we sit for contemplation, and then we sit for meditation. And in the contemplation, there's work that goes across our minds. And in meditation, we're working towards emptiness, nothing, whatever. So, difference.
Yeah. Yeah, different. Contemplating and meditating about, I think sometimes there's two different meditation. Yeah. So I think contemplating is considered the kasadi. Jogam and Jogam. I don't know what is called Jogam. No. Jogam means there's two different meditating, we are. One, analyze? Yeah, analyze. Yeah. And other one? I don't know. Yeah. When we non-thought or kind of like that, When we are on analyzing meditation, then you can concentrate whatever you are focusing actually. Bodhicitta or compassion or anything. This is kind of you are researching something by yourself in your mind or in your brain, That is one of, I think, learning something, we are. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. That really does help.
No, so we can, there's a two different actually meditating. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry. So the last comment was making, where would you find more resources about what you mentioned? What kind of meditation beside the one we do? Is it different or is it the same but at another level? For meditating on contemplation and emptiness, or is it the same or is it antidote?
I think these two are really not opposite, not really different, but sometimes when we think about only emptiness, then there's no object, Yeah, when we because of analyzing something, then you are focusing on could be some object or non-object, both way you can analyze, So this is, but we can't say these two are totally opposite. Sometimes could be unit, combined. Yeah, depend on what you are, meditating on. If you are meditate on analyzing, then you can apply, of course, with that, you can apply kasa, emptiness or impermanence, both actually. So it's sometimes combine, sometimes like this, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll do the Chenrezig practice. Norgen Yugi Nujang Pemage Sarnampala Yatsan Chogi Nyotrune Pemajane Jesuda Kodukandro Manbukor Yeti Jesuda Drugi Jinjila Chir Sheksu So Guru Pema Siddhi Om Benzer Guru Pema Siddhi Om Chotan Kula Gyupe Japo Tong Chenton Kapa Sempa ge tong, gang la gang de la de tempe, Dharma Chenrezig la cha sa lo, mani me ri. Dedication. Ge wa di yin de de da, Chenrezig wan de je, ge wa chi ga ma le ba, de yi sa la ge ba shu. By this effort, may all sentient beings be free of suffering. May their minds be filled with the nectar of virtue. In this way, may all causes resulting in suffering be extinguished, and only the light of compassion shine through all realms.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy Sunday.